Hey, 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 we're live. Good evening, everyone. My name is Ben Reisinger, professor at J360, managing online public relations, where we do a lot of fun stuff with social media. We check it out, we see what's cool, what's happening, and we learn. And today we are talking Instagram. And Instagram is huge right now. It's huge, huge, huge for personal use, huge for business use, and it's only getting bigger. Facebook did a really good thing when they purchased Instagram a few years ago. But first, I always love to do this. Let's talk our social media fail of the week. Okay, so let me pull this up. Where was she? Right here, CNN. Okay, Whitney Beal. Anybody know who Whitney Beal is and what she did, her social media fail?
No, but I can
No?
look it up.
Periscope. Anybody heard of the drunk Periscoper?
Oh, yes.
Yeah? Okay,
Yes.
check this out,
Periscope
guys.
yourself driving drunk.
Yeah, this girl, okay, so
I didn't know her
23 year
name,
old.
but yes.
Yeah, it's crazy. 23-year-old Whitney Beal. She was out drinking all night long in Lakeland, Florida, and about 2 a.m. in the morning, she drove home. And as she drove home, for some reason, she just wanted to send a live stream. I mean, come on, guys. Drinking and driving is one thing, but I mean, how dumb can you get? Oh, hey, what's up? I'm drunk. I'm drunk. Oh, I mean, come on. So she started, she left this bar, okay, and she's periscoping, and she's saying that, oh, I'm so drunk. I shouldn't even be driving. And then I love it in the article from the AP. It said, and she even said, oh, I meant to turn left, and she turned right, at one point. So everybody started asking, where you're at, what are you doing, what's going on, and stuff like that. And so, again, police are everywhere, okay? And somehow the Lakeland Police Department caught wind of this. They went onto her live feed as she was seriously saying, hello, I'm drunk, I'm driving. And they found her. They asked her, I don't know if it says they posed as somebody, but they just asked her, where are you? Because basically the cops came on to Periscope, and then when the cops figured out where she was, they went and pulled her over, gave her a sobriety test, and yeah, she was drunk. So there's your social media fail of the week. I mean, I love live streaming. Don't get me wrong. I've started to use live streaming with Mary Free Bed Rehabilitation Hospital. But, man, don't be silly. That's just silly. I mean, come on. I mean, I get it. You're drunk. You're inebriated, so you're doing some things that you not normally would do. But that one really takes the cake for me, man. So
My
do you
rule of
guys
thumb
hear
is
about that now?
usually my phone after like the fourth beer. I just like throw it in, somewhere I'm never going to find it until I wake up the next day.
Sure, sure. Now it's funny. I know a guy named Jeremiah in Indianapolis, and he's really big into the fashion scene. And he will have a few beverages, and then he'll go home, and he'll be home, and he'll go on a drunk rant Periscope for about 30 minutes and stuff. But he's home, like he's done one on his couch, just chilling, and and this that, and the guy is not physically driving. So that's crazy. So hey, anybody else got anything? Anybody know of any social media fails, or any of your friends do anything dumb or this or that, on digital media for the
I
week?
got in my first Twitter fight yesterday. That was fun.
Twitter fight. Okay, so what's that? I mean, and what were you fighting about? I mean, tell us a story. I mean, what was the premise and what were you talking about?
I'm sure everybody at least recognize that we had a debate a couple days ago on Tuesday,
The Democratic
and
debate. Hmm.
yeah, it was for the Democrats, and afterwards, I don't know how many people have been following, but the media coverage of the debate versus like reality seemed to be a little bit different
Dude.
than what, like, rank and file people were talking about. And so, in one, there was one tweet, I think it was Slate that like tweeted it out. I actually like mentioned something, and there was just some random ignorant person,
Okay.
speaking ignorant things, and I tried to like tell them to stop speaking ignorant things and show them, reasons why they were being ignorant. I tried to be nice about it, and then they started being even more ignorant and stupid on top of it. And so I didn't intend it to be anything more than just, hey, actually, check your facts before you actually say something.
But
But
then, but then they started going and going and going and going, and it kind of spiraled out of control.
yeah, pretty much.
Okay, so how
I
many?
mean, it didn't go out of control for me. It was mostly just, it got, I spent about 10 tweets when I only expected to spend like 1. You know, so it was really interesting.
Hey man,
Never,
that happens.
Go ahead.
You have a very cute kitty. So.
Oh, thank you.
No, not you, Carissa.
Oh,
Her little kitty's on there
I
too.
guess
I always call it on
They got
I
cute kitty too, dude.
said it first. At 3:05, this is 3:06.
That's awesome. Everybody share your animals. If anybody has the animals around.
I got a chihuahua.
Oh, look at that kitty. We got the J360 Zoo. I gotta take a
George
picture.
thinking like J360.
Okay, hashtag J360 Zoo. All right, on 3, 1, 2, 3.
Wait!
Woo!
Our cat ran away.
Way to go, everybody. That's awesome. That's awesome. Everybody loves love, especially from animals. They're really cool. Okay, let's
Allie and I had a really fun talk about my cat the other day. Is she even here?
Right
Yeah, she's here.
Yeah, go cats. So thank you, Scott, for that, man. That's cool, dude. It happens. I mean, people troll, especially on Twitter, and they'll just wanna like say something just to get under your skin, you know.
Yeah.
So that happens. That definitely happens. Anybody else have anything, you know, any anecdotes or anything you've noticed this week with digital? No? Okay. Cheers. Oh, look, I'm with my Olaf cup today.
I like warm hugs.
Yeah, this is a cup that my wife gave me. She's like, here you go. You can have Olaf. And I said, it's frozen. And she goes, well, at least Olaf's a boy. I support Disney movies. I support the princesses, all of them. Absolutely.
I support Disney in general.
You support what?
Disney in general.
Disney? Yeah,
I-
everybody loves Disney.
I was there last week. That's why I wasn't here.
Oh, well, that's fantastic. That is
Where did
fantastic.
you go?
Huh?
Like, what parks did you go to?
All of them.
Oh.
I don't
You
blame
went
you.
to all of them? That place is like a small city. How do you go to all of them?
It's not
I was
even
there
really that bad.
It's the size of San Francisco.
Woo! Okay, go Disney.
Alright, fun fact.
Let's get back on track. I love Disney. Right on. Go
I have a
Kitty.
fun fact about Disney.
Okay, what's your fun fact?
Okay, so I used to actually work at Disney World.
Okay.
I did like the internship program,
Right.
and there's like this underground like area that links all the parks together, so you can get to like any park like within like 5 minutes in case there's like, you know, like a terrorist attack or something like that. So.
It's called the Utilidor.
Mhm.
Yeah.
What people don't know is like there's like this whole underground like warehouse underneath Disney World.
No, that's awesome. Yes, I actually,
Crazy.
when I lived in Florida, I went down into the Utilidors once. But yeah, it's pretty cool. Okay. Instagram. Everybody's on Instagram. Everybody loves Instagram, right? Is anybody here that's talking with us live not like Instagram for like any reason? No? Okay, everybody gets it, okay? I'll be honest with you, it's one of my favorite platforms, and it's cool. And it's only, as time goes on, Instagram's only been getting better and better and better, okay? So let me pull up my notes here. Instagram, okay, it was founded in 2010, and in just 2 years, it became a true contender. And then in 2012, Facebook actually bought Instagram, okay? And when Facebook bought Instagram, I mean, it's in a lot of waves throughout the social community because they're like, oh, are they going to get rid of it? Are they going to do this or that? Blah, blah, blah. Well, they kept it. They're pretty smart about it, all right? The one thing that Facebook did do, like the moment they bought Instagram, you guys know if you load a picture straight to Facebook, you can use filters now like Instagram and stuff like that, but it's really cool. 2013, when 2013 came around towards the end of 2013, you finally were able to upload videos to Instagram, and that was pretty amazing, man. You know, Instagram went from being just this photo sharing site to something so much more. You know, but again, it was all in this square thing, okay? But in the last 6 months, I don't know if you are actually not even 6 months, in the last like 2 months, I don't know if you've noticed when you're clicking around on your Instagram that you can hit the little arrows and you can put a full picture, like a full vertical, a full horizontal picture. You can put those things on Instagram now, and that's pretty cool, okay? You know, personally, I know some people that use Instagram like every day, multiple times a day, you know, photos, videos, this, that. It's pretty wild. Oh, somebody has the same cup? Right on. Somebody just tweeted they have that same cup. That's fantastic. I love that. So on the personal side of Instagram, you know, it really is awesome. It really does a lot for you. Somebody want to, you know, tell us what they think of Instagram, you know, and how it's helped them out, or what have you done with Instagram?
I will.
All right, Chris, go for it, buddy.
I absolutely love Instagram. I'm always on it. Not like my actual one for the class. I have a personal one that's kind of like, I think a little too racy to have like people from class follow it. You know, I have like about 1.5K followers. Like I'm always like shouted out on like a whole bunch of like tattoo like blogs and stuff like that, and I get like a whole bunch of followers from that. So
that's cool.
I have like followers like all over the world, and I don't even like know half of them, but I always use it. It's like my favorite.
So what's the main content? What do you push out the most on Instagram? Let me ask you, from photos and videos, and then what are they about?
I usually just, you know, like roll out those photos and selfies of myself looking gorgeous and like at the beach and having like an awesome life. And like a lot of people just like it because I'm cool and awesome. So, and like I'll always put like my new tattoos on there. I'll put like, you know, me at the mall, you know, me like dancing the trap queen. Like I'll do like everything basically. Like whenever I do videos, they're always like really funny, or they're like, you know, me like twerking at a club or something, and everybody just goes crazy over it. So
right on, man, right on. That's cool. So it's just really lifestyle.
Yeah, basically.
Okay, what is this? Why aren't you shouting at me out? Okay, I'm sitting here looking over here. Oh, I see. Everybody's just kind of being crazy in the group chat. You guys, goodness. No, that's cool. My Instagram, let me tell you about personally just how I kind of do my Instagram. I just try to do a good mix, you know, whatever comes up. I don't really have an agenda with my own personal Instagram. If you look at it, it's kind of been overtaken recently by toys. I've really got into the pop figures lately, and I've been buying a lot of those. But besides, you know, like the toys, I do a lot of stuff with PR. I just do a lot of like lifestyle and general stuff, and I think that most people do that on Instagram. But there are those people that have actual agendas on Instagram, and you know they want to push, you know, certain things. Which, you know, I'm not going to spend much time here because we all get it personally, and we don't really need to talk about that. But that throws us over into the business side. My dog's going crazy. She's barking back there. But the business side of Instagram has gotten absolutely positively huge. You guys have started to see ads now, right? When you're scrolling through your feeds, everybody sees the ads. It'll say sponsored, you know, and stuff. And it really, really has done well for myself. Again, I'm speaking about Mary Free Bed Rehabilitation Hospital. And when I came here in July of 2013, Mary Free Bed did not have an Instagram account, and that was one of the first things I did was start an Instagram account for this hospital. Now, for the hospital itself, the type of content that I try to show there, you know, is obviously different than, you know, the type of content that I show on my Facebook page or, you know, possibly my LinkedIn and things like that. I try to show lots of fun stuff. If you guys go to MFB Rehab, that's the Mary Free Bed Instagram account, and MFB Rehab has all types of stuff, from photos to videos to talking about, you know, employees, to talking about something cool that happened, you know, in the community. And I really, really try to give it, you know, a good mix with it, and really try to show people not just what they think they know about Mary Free Bed, okay, which is we're a hospital, we're a rehabilitation hospital, and obviously we're going to show you good stuff, but I try to show them the behind-the-scenes things, stuff that, number one, a younger demographic might be, you know, might think, oh, this is cool, you know, and stuff like that, but I mean, I am getting some older people, you know, more vintage people like myself that are liking the Mary Free Bed Instagram account. And, you know, I really try to keep them going consistently. Again, you know, when we're talking about this, the key is consistency. And there's not a week that goes by that I don't at least have somewhere from like 3 to 5 different types of Instagram posts or something like that on our feed. Now, has anybody here ever used Instagram for business or use it for like a nonprofit or something like that rather than personal use? Okay, Chris, we heard from you. I think, okay, the two ladies right here. Okay, you guys. So let's hear from you first. I'm going to chat.
Oh, I'm Paige, and
Okay.
I work at a boutique in Indy, and so we majority of our sales are through our Instagram. Facebook is we use it a lot, but Instagram is the one that we put all our information out there and get all of our stuff is on our Instagram. So
What type of stuff do you try to put on there? Is it just anything about the studio itself,
it's
or do you try to
it's like
talk about this or that?
every day we get new shipment of clothes and boots and hats and all this stuff. So every day we just post every new thing that we've gotten. So sometimes it's like 10 or 15 posts a day. It can be, but they all are successful because people like clothes and like shopping, and so then they'll comment on it, like I'll call the store or hold this size or stuff like that. And it's a small store, so we're able to work a lot with Instagram.
No, that's cool. So when you do Instagram, do you push it to Facebook and Twitter too, or are you just trying to go for your followers right there on Instagram? And then my second part is, what type of followers do you have?
It's just Instagram, and we have lots of local followers, but then we have lots of other ones too, and we always promote on there that we ship for free and stuff, so we'll get people from the East Coast commenting on it and stuff. So it's grown my boss's business a ton just using Instagram.
That's awesome. I love hearing that. Okay. Oh, and look at that right there. It looks like she's working.
It's not Dottie. That's our competition. It's Jen Daisy is what it's called.
Oh, okay. So let me add, anybody else use Instagram for like a business function? No?
Yeah, I do.
Okay.
I actually run the Instagram account for Creative Mornings, the Indianapolis chapter, which is we host one event a month, and it's we bring in creatives from around the state, and you do breakfast and a lecture. So I run that account during the event, and then before the event, and we'll post who our speaker is going to be for that month, and when tickets go live, and when they sell out, and that sort of thing. So.
This is Annika, right? You don't have your video on. We can't see
No, yeah, I'm at work.
Okay. I was like, this is you talking, right? Okay, cool.
Yeah.
Okay, so tell me about your followers. What type of followers do you have?
We have a lot of creatives in the community, so it's a lot of people that work at graphic design firms and just different stuff around the city that. It's just it's a huge mixture of people photographers, videographers, just creatives around the city.
Cool. Right on.
Yeah.
Right on. All right. So that's cool. Thank you guys. Oh, Chris, you have something? Look like you wanted to say something.
I was just yawning. I talk a lot anyway, so.
All right. Right on. Right on. Okay. Let's talk hashtags. I mean, we all know in Instagram the way to get attention is hashtags, right? And hashtags. Yes, they were started on Twitter, but Instagram has definitely helped hashtags come into the mainstream, the main line. Besides Twitter, Instagram was one of the first social media platforms that actually embraced the hashtag. It was like, okay, let's use this and let's check it out and let's see how it goes. So for those of you that use it, let me ask you guys. When I do a personal post, depending on what it is, I'll put maybe 10 hashtags on it. If I'm doing a professional post and I'm pushing it, let's say, to Facebook and Twitter, I won't do as many hashtags. But if I'm just doing a Mary Free Bed Rehab Hospital post and I'm just pushing it to Instagram, I'll put somewhere like 15 something. Maybe I've never really gone over 20 because I just think that looks crazy and ridiculous because it's like, here's your message and then here's your hashtags,
I guess maybe it's a question of personal, my limit may not be your limit, but you said you feel that way when you have 15. I feel that way when I have 4. When I'm just really, am I going to be that guy who's just hashtagging everything that goes on, just a scrolling hashtag of his life like that? I always, especially with Twitter and Facebook and how hashtags have continue to grow in popularity. I feel like, how much is too much? What's a good balance for trying to not overdo it while at the same time hitting those tags, so you're hitting the audiences you want to hit,
Absolutely. Okay, that's a really good point. I love that you said that because, again, yes, Oh, and Chris said, I feel like 5+ is overkill. Okay, and you were saying how you were Mr. Instagram, known around the world. I would have thought that you would have 50 tags or something.
Just like this photo from yesterday, it got 98 likes and I only used one hashtag. So I feel like a lot of times it's overkill if you use like a million of them because you just look annoying and desperate and like you want attention.
Sure, I get that, but you know what that tells you, Chris? It tells you that you have a very engaged audience, which is really good.
Thank
okay,
you.
Humble brag.
Yeah.
I get that. But yeah, it's good to have an engaged audience like that, and that definitely can help you out. Okay, what are you guys showing us here?
125 likes with only hashtag J360.
Oh, are we making this a contest?
Right. Now,
But
you
on the
have an
hashtag
engaged
thing,
audience.
I was always private until this class, and we had to not be private anymore. And so I never used a lot of hashtags because it did me no good. And so since I've been not private, I've started using hashtags, and I've gotten so many more followers and so many more likes. And so total fan of the hashtag.
It's awesome.
But how many though is the thing? How much is too much?
That's again, it's kind of like you said. I think it's you have to gauge. Okay, so how much is too much on a personal level? I'll say you can put as many as you want. Okay, but on a business level, you always have to read your audience, guys. You got to know, who are you making this post for? Is it going to piss them off that there are 50 hashtags on here, or are they going to be like, oh, cool, and is it going to help you engage your people? I don't know. I've read so many things about people that say, they're hashtag lovers, they're hashtag haters, on each end of the spectrum and stuff like that. So I really kind of think it's a personal decision right now, to be honest with you. Excuse me, I got to take a drink. With my Olaf cup.
What's in there?
Sprite and a smile.
Oh, it ain't no like.
Is the smile code for like Petka or something? Like
No rum or vodka in that.
Jungle juice. What are those kids drinking in space?
Woo! We're getting crunk.
are we gonna have a Periscope moment right now? Or headline tomorrow is teacher drunk, gets drunk in front of class and
yeah, right.
Tweets out how drunk. No. Okay.
That can be our social media fail next week.
See?
Oh, I could be our social media fail. Okay, with my Sprite. Woo, buddy. Yeah, all right, I got you. Okay, so hashtags, man. Let me ask you guys. Let's go down the row. Okay. Looks like we got Tyler on here now. Tyler, are you with us?
Yeah, can you hear me?
Can't hear him. Okay, Scott.
Yeah.
So, what do you think? Let's talk about this. I want to hear each of your opinions. How many hashtags, or what do you think? Let's talk business here. Okay, so what are your thoughts with hashtags?
I do think it depends on the medium and it depends on the audience. Like for Twitter, obviously you only have so many characters, so you can only fit in so many. But Instagram, it's much more free form, and so Facebook as well. But if I'm trying to be sarcastically ironic about it, then I'll as many as you want. So it's kind of the context. But if I'm, trying to be serious or I'm trying to do personal, something that I'm comfortable with, then anything that shows that hashtags are like over 50% of my message, whether it's, I've got a sentence here and then 2 sentences of hashtags.
Okay.
That's too much. But if I have like 3 sentences and one sentence worth of hashtags, then it's okay. So it's not necessarily the quote unquote number of hashtags. It's probably mostly just how it looks on the screen to me, where you've got, as you said, this little tidbit of actual message, and then 3 pages worth of silly hashtags going on.
So yeah, I get it. So you're saying that it's a device type of thing, and stuff like that. I get that. All right, hey, the dynamic duo, you two ladies right there. Yeah, unmute your guys. So what do you guys think? So obviously you guys, I would say, are pretty big Instagram users. For business, what would you say are too many hashtags, or what would you recommend?
I think it depends on the length of what you're actually hashtagging too, because if you're doing hashtag J360, that's really short and doesn't take up a lot of room. If you're doing like hashtag IU School of Dentistry or something, like that's a lot longer and takes up more room. So I don't think there's like a set number, but I don't think it should be like a paragraph of hashtags. Like, I'm not going to read that. I'm going to look at it and make fun of you and go on.
I think too for like business, the Jen Daisy we have like 5 to 10 that we like switch out depending on the post, if that makes sense. But they're pretty vague things that when you go to that hashtag, there's like thousands of posts about it. So it's like a relevant one that people are actually looking for instead of just hashtagging like this dress is cute or something weird. Like you need to like make sure you're using ones that are gonna help you find something or gonna link you to something.
Yeah, that's the one thing I don't understand is people using hashtags in place of actual English. Like that, like I don't. If you're gonna say this dress is cute, why not just say this dress is cute? Why do you have to, you know, hashtag some silly thing?
It's a search.
Right.
It's a search thing. All right, and I see right here, Carissa says her mic isn't working. She thinks businesses should use 1 to 3 hashtags. All right, we'll keep going down the line here. All right, Jen, your name's not Jen.
Oh, me?
Huh?
Yeah. Isn't it Bradley?
Yeah.
Yeah, okay. It says Jen on your screen. Okay.
Figure it out. Personally, I don't use any hashtags. I'm just lazy with it. I just post whatever, and I put half the time I forget to put hashtag J360, and then I have to go back and edit it. But I mean, I used to do it, and then I kind of just. That's probably why I get no likes on any of my pictures.
Oh, come on, dude. Just got to get out there and engage with people.
Yeah, maybe I should start hashtagging more. But as far as businesses, I mean, maybe 2, 3, 4. Don't push it too far, because then I think it just gets annoying. But yeah,
it does. Okay. And Chris, we know what you think. All right, man. You said no hashtags, just be cool. All right. And Tyler, let's see what Tyler said here in the chat. I believe it depends on what you're hashtagging. Absolutely, but don't get carried away and stay professional. Sure, I totally agree with that, man. That's absolutely right on. So we're nearing the end of our class, guys, and I mean, we could really talk about so many other things. The one thing I haven't talked about as far as business-wise, again, are these sponsored or boosted posts within Instagram. And if you haven't made use of those, with a business, obviously personal pages, you're not going to do this, but I've done it once with Mary Freebed. And I think it was, hit or miss a little bit. But check it out. Again, it's just one of the things that I haven't done a lot with is the actual Instagram advertising. But I've read lots of white papers and I've read lots of blogs. And, and I've seen your bigger brands like Coca-Cola, Apple, Target. They've done really good with some Instagram advertising. Coca-Cola and Target are 2 of my favorite Instagram accounts to follow, too. If you guys don't follow them, you've got to follow them, man. They do really good stuff, and they are really creative, too, with their hashtagging and things like that. So if you do get into using some business use for Instagram and you do want to put some money behind it, let me know, and we can chat offline, and I can give you a little bit more info into that and, like, how the back end works within Instagram, and how you're setting up your ads and things like that. It's just like any other social media platform. You just connect your credit card to it, and then you can go away and stuff like that, and just boom, 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 and you can put as many nice sponsored things as you want on there. Scott, you got a question, dude?
Yeah, I'll let you finish your point. It was not necessarily about Instagram and specifically, but in many of these Google Hangouts, we've talked about using these social media platforms for business purposes, and using sponsored content or paying for social media advertising. And I'd be curious to hear your thoughts on which platform you think has the best return of investment over versus the rest of them. Where do you get your best bang for your buck? Is if I only have $100, where am I going to put it?
Well, I'll tell you this. It all depends, number one, on your audience. Okay, so if we look back in it, like if I'm going to just talk about Mary Freebed again, who I'm using and spending some money for. Really, it's Facebook for us, because Facebook, again, I've used money all across all the platforms, but when I've gotten the best return for us has been that platform, because we are 80% female on our Facebook page, and so we're really reaching, and they are clicking on the ads, the people that are engaged, people that like my page, and stuff like that. And and I've really targeted my demographics with Facebook to zip codes, to interests, and to things like that. But I'll say this: back when I was in Indianapolis, I did a few Twitter ads for Do It Indie, my show that's still going on right now. It's more of a local music show, and it really did some good with that. So I think number one, it depends on your audience. Number two, it depends on your followers, and who's going to be engaged and things like that. Because again, where one might work for one business, it might not work for the other. Is that cool? Does that answer your question?
I mean, I guess it makes sense to think, each platform has its own, demographic user base, so it depends on, you get your best bang for your buck depending on which demographics you're going for. But I guess, you sounds like you used many different platforms to reach out to your audiences. So I guess, knowing the back end, knowing, how much it actually costs, per click or per impression, like what you found, to give you that return on investment.
Yeah, it's just, oh man, I wish social media was still a free service. Okay, I wish you didn't have to pay to play, but it's just kind of there now, and it kind of stinks. We could do a whole class on just social media and monetizing it, and how to use it and things like that. I wish I had more time to get into a lot of that stuff with you, but you want to talk about that, man, off base? We can do that, and I'll send you some stuff with that. So it's 6:32. Hey, thanks everybody. Have a good week. Hey, and next week's fall break. Woo for fall break. So no class, everybody. Yeah. Woo. Party. All right. So I'll see everybody in 2 weeks. Thanks. And okay, even though there's no class and there's no assignment, you still have to keep up your social media posts, okay? So still keep using J360. I will see you guys soon. Thanks a lot.